Hello, comic movie nerds. This is your host, Kevin. And I just heard something that got my tinglers all fired up about possibly Venom showing up in a Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, the part of the rumor is that maybe at the very end of the movie, there's a lot of weird things that went on with No Way Home as far as Venom is concerned, considering what movie was it? What kind of crazy Sony movie that messed up that possibility? Or did they or will Marvel just ignore that and understand what they made in No Way Home? I think that's part of the question. I think it was Venom 3 picks up like right after No Way Home, and they captured a little blob, the little bit of symbiote that Venom left. Which doesn't make sense because Venom 3 is in a different universe, and he left that symbiote in 616. Like, that whole thing just did not make sense at all. Like, what are you doing? Kind of like with Morbius and Vulture being in the same universe. Like, once Doctor Strange redid that spell, Vulture should have gone back to his universe. Why would he go to Morbius's universe? That whole thing was weird. I don't understand. That should not have happened. Vulture should not have gone to the Morbius universe. Yes, anyway. So as long as Marvel ignores all that and the symbiote that he left behind at the end of No Way Home is actually still there, maybe not on the counter, I think it would have possessed the guy behind the bar, at least temporarily, and then flown back to the States and made his way to Peter Parker. Then, this idea could still happen. My nose itches. Anywho. Yeah, so they're saying Venom may show up. And we got people who are like, oh, I don't want Venom to talk to Peter like Venom talked to Tom Hardy. I'm like, why not? And Tom Hardy should do the voice. Anyway. Okay, so my dream, I had this for a while. Somebody brought it up 2-3 years ago. A different YouTuber, I think Josh from Den of Nerds. I think he brought it up a long time ago. It was just his idea. And I've clung to the idea. I love that idea. I always wonder, would Marvel be willing to get that crazy with the story? Will Sony let them and all that? Because, the whole Spider-Man, Marvel, Sony thing is kind of crazy. But anyway, oh, man, it'd be so dope. Okay, so this is my idea. One way or another, Peter Parker / Spider-Man dies. What? He can't die? Well, it's the comics. Nobody stays dead except for Uncle Ben. So he's in the grave or maybe in a coffin and they haven't buried him yet, but somehow the symbiote goes and finds him for one reason or another and resurrects him. Some kind of throwaway line from somewhere that says, well, as long as the symbiote can get a person within 72 hours, they can essentially resurrect anybody. And it's only a day or two or something. But I mean, typically we don't put people in the grave that quick. So, I mean, of course, things it'd be like the last couple hours or something, his chance to get to Peter Parker. But yeah, resurrects Peter, and we just see this thing, like maybe in the mid-credit scene, and the hand just bursts through the grave site. And we're like, and we know it's that, it's up to here, and we know from here up. Wait a minute, that's the suit that Peter was wearing. It's got to be Peter. And he comes out of the grave, and the Venom suit comes.
Peter, or should I say, Spiderman. I'm the symbiote, Venom.
And then he gets the black suit for Secret Wars. Because in the comics, he had the black suit, which is the Venom suit. We saw them in the Tobey Maguire's his third movie there, with the black suit. So, can you imagine that, though? Can you imagine? I mean, the average fan wouldn't be able to handle it, I think. And so it's very iffy if they would do it. I say go get outside the box. Just go crazy and do it. Oh, man. Just for the sole reason we want Spidey to have his black suit in Secret Wars. I believe there is a comic where he comes out of the grave, somehow resurrected. So I think there's a comic book cover of the hand going, psh. That would be dope. Now, who kills them and why? I mean, they can tweak that if they want. I think it'd be fun. Like, he's like the anchor being that we hear about in Deadpool Wolverine movie, and at the very end of whatever plot that goes on in Brand New Day, it still ended with Doctor Doom coming into our universe and killing Spider-Man, which is crazy. Especially if, like, Spider-Man rips the mask off, and we see it's the person he knows to be Tony Stark. Boom. Tony? Sony, sorry, you must die so that this universe can die. Maybe when it happens and the body just collapses, we see the symbiote around the corner.
No. Peter, if I can get to him within 72 hours, I can bring him back. And stop Dr. Doom.
I mean, Venom is a creature of, this universe. This universe, that universe, whatever. What they would not want is for the multiverse to collapse and, that species dies as well. Venom would die. Or, whatever happens when universes collide. Do we, essentially die, or is it just like... you're erased from existence. Is that different than dying? I don't know. It's very philosophical. Totally not Christian doctrine. Probably any religion doctrine would have anything to answer this. But it's, it's comics, it's fiction world. Enjoy the fun of nonsense like this. But, oh, man. Why does my cigar always die when I'm talking to you? Anywho. What do you think? Put something down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Would that be pretty crazy? Would you not be able to handle it? Because, oh my God, we can't. Spider-Man can't die. He's like the guy. He's super strong. He's smart. Everybody loves him. He can't die. Oh. Hurt my feelings. Oh. Well, he doesn't. I mean, he'll only die for a little bit. He'll be resurrected by Venom. And they work together for a little while to stop Doctor Doom. So Venom can go back, in all of his species. At least in the Venom movies, it was like Venom against every other symbiote in a way. So I don't know if they'll like reinvent that on the Marvel side. So maybe Venom doesn't want all of his symbiotes to disappear. They wouldn't mind their leader to die. He's pretty crazy. I still would like them to address that character. That would be a good overarching villain. Maybe not as big as, say, like a Thanos, but something that carries on for a couple of movies. Some villain from their planet who's all about darkness. I mean, we kind of had that with the Dark Elves. But, I mean, it's been a while, and we could do that type of story better. The Dark Elves wasn't well received. Thor 2. There was parts of it I like. It was very comic booky, which is fun, what I liked. The whole bringing Jane to Asgard was kind of fun. Oh, you're his dad. Hi. So, like, fish out of water, stuff like that, I think is fun. No matter how, like, absurd some of it is. Yeah. Anyway. That's all I got for you right now. I'm seeing a lot of it with the hype of the second Brand New Day trailer. It should be coming like any minute, right around the corner. There was some leaked trailer. I'm trying to find leaked stuff. But even if you don't find the leak, whatever, there are actual HD, 4K, 8K, whatever trailer will be coming out here any day now. Remember, it comes out next month. Like 5 weeks. And we only got one real trailer. So marketing is going to step up. Forget about the Doomsday trailer for right now. It's not going to happen. It'd be weird if all of a sudden I dropped it like, today or something with like in front of no other Disney movie. There's this idea that it might drop on front of Toy Story 5 just because it's another Disney movie, but I don't see that happening. They'll either drop it on front of Brand New Day or not, and then it will probably most definitely come out at the San Diego Comic-Con at the very end of July. And they'll bring out most of the cast, and then like, let's see it, everybody! Check your YouTube to watch it. It may come out like a few hours before or whatever on YouTube. So we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait. I'm super surprised, and as well as every other YouTuber who swear like it's probably gonna come out in April for the CinemaCon, maybe the week of or week before or the day of. Marvel does its thing, and then the Doomsday directors dropped this thing like last week saying, "Well, we got this huge surprise, Doctor Doom's surprise coming," and it was the local coffee shop in like London or something. They came out with all these different type of coffees that were Doctor Doom related, and like we all were all hyped up for a trailer. Oh, Doctor Doom! It's got to be the Doomsday trailer. Woo! And then nothing. Just some stupid coffee. It's not even like an international coffee, and you can go get a Valerian coffee or Dr. Doom, something that are coffee, ground coffee at Walmart or something. No, it's a London coffee shop. And they probably only had the special for like a week or two in honor of the little conference they had there. So that was disappointing. So no, there was a rumor that like their marketing was going to go crazy. I mean, they're already spending like, do you know how much money they're spent on the Doomsday trailer? Or not the trailer, but like the movie? Oh my god. Tons of money. Like, they have to make $1 billion or $2 billion maybe in order to get a profit to pay for the marketing and the movie itself, which includes all the huge amounts of salaries for the actors. I always thought if they were going to be able to do these movies, a Doomsday and a Secret Wars, they got to talk to these actors and be like, we love you, this doesn't mean anything, but we really want to do this movie, and in order to do it, we have to pay you less than you normally do. Like, dramatically less. Maybe 1% that we usually take in. You know, like, I mean, some of them, they're like not even as big as Robert Downey Jr., but they still make like $5 million a movie normally. And they need to like tell these actors, like, we're only going to pay you like $500,000, $50,000. So, of course, they didn't do that. So they're all paying them like everything they want, and they got a special deal for Robert Downey Jr., who's making like 80 to 100 million for both. Well, it's like for both movies, and then like this huge list of like perks. Like, he doesn't just get like an RV where they're filming the movie, but like he had an RV encampment. He's got his own like little mansion, essentially, there. I don't know, he's got his own pool or jacuzzi or what. And then like his own private jet paid for by Marvel, and a car with a chaperone or a driver. Chauffeur, that's what I was looking for. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And of course, the directors are getting a ton of money because they're contracted for 2 movies. I mean, it's like almost $200 million just for Robert Downey Jr. and the directors, let alone all the other actors, cast, crew, production, all the CGI they got to put into it. And then, like I said, the marketing. They say it's going to be a huge marketing campaign. I mean, I think they figured out, wait a minute, we can't go crazy now because we're already spending a ton of money on this. And they don't know what to expect from the fandom, because the fandom was kind of all through the multiverse saga. So what if they don't get like this humongous weekend? And, I mean, I think the fans will be there for this type of movie. To see the X-Men on screen again, and X-Men versus Avengers will be a big part of it. I bet a solid maybe 20 minutes battle between them. And then there's going to be a whole thing of them working together, going, wait a minute, we're heroes? We're heroes on our planet too. Let's draw a truce. Which probably doesn't make Dr. Doom very happy. Probably wants them secretly to kill off each other. They don't worry about them. Anyway. And you've seen from my last video, there's supposed to be a whole scene of the Sentry using his powers to stop an incursion. I mean, that's insane. They didn't really get too much into it in Thunderbolts, but his powers are like atom-based. And essentially, like, incursions are like all these different atoms are crossing this hypothetical dimension wall, veil, until everything crosses these hypothetical veils. And since his powers are basically like atom based, he could just be like, no, stop. Atoms do not cross into each other's universes. Ah! That part's gonna be dope. I need Elena standing there. Bob! No! Sorry, I'm excited. Just trying to take this video up to a solid 20 minutes here. Anyway, yeah, I don't think we're going to get the trailer for a little bit. Not maybe until the very end of July. They could even move it to the end of August when they have the Disney Comic-Con, essentially. So, like, the entire weekend, they'll be talking about Doomsday and their biggest movies of the year, end of the year, in fall. And Vision Quest, I mean, that comes out in fall. We haven't gotten a trailer for that yet. Believe it or not, autumn, the season of autumn is only a few months away now. Was it? Tomorrow's the 10th. And the first day of summer is like 10 days after that, right? So yeah, 11 days from now will be the first day of summer. So autumn's only, 3 months away then? Vision Quest, I believe, comes out in October. So 4 months till Vision Quest. So let's get that trailer out there too, guys. I think that's going to be a fun show. I hope Wanda comes back somehow in that show. There's been a lot of rumors that she will, but it's more like hope. We know she's coming back. We didn't see a body. We saw a red flash, and that could be just her powers protecting her. But where are they protecting her? Like, she just unconscious on that mountain? Or did her powers take her to, like, another plane? Another dimension? That only her son, Billy, could maybe find? We'll see. Looking forward to it. Love Wanda. I like that they let the actress do some other things. But I feel like she is such a huge fan of the character and the franchise that she's excited to come back. She did a whole video about the plot of where she whispers, "No more mutants." And 99% of mutants no longer have their powers. And it's like a different society. Because it's like, if there weren't ever mutants thing. And so her reality powers are that crazy. And the actress is super excited about that. And I think she'd love to do a whole story on that. Maybe a couple movies worth. Small trilogy. Just on that, what if she just got pissed at all the mutants and said, "No more mutants." I can see them do that at some point within the next 10 years. Okay, anyway. Thank you for joining my video. Please click like and subscribe. Pretty please. And don't forget, maybe throw in a couple of comments if you have any questions or want to chat about these ideas. Love to hear from everybody. You guys have a great Tuesday, and we'll see you next time.